when Prime Minister Narendra Modi pledged not just to impose unimaginable costs on that radical Islamist state sponsor of terror, now Pakistan ran to two countries. One, China, their master, and the other, their brother, their backer, Turkey. And both China and Turkey rushed to arm Pakistan. Turkey sent 6 military planes, the C-130 transport aircraft, and a warship to Pakistan. Intelligence inputs indicate that Pakistan was being given both armed drones and reconnaissance drones. Now, some of these were what are known as HAIL and MAIL. HAIL means high altitude, long endurance drones, and MAIL means medium altitude, long endurance drones. As you can make out, long endurance, they can stay in the air at either high altitude, which is about 35 to 40,000 feet plus, or medium altitude between 15 to 25,000 feet altitudes, long endurance for several hours. Pakistan, in some instances, did not even know how to operate them. So Turkey sent its logistics team, maintenance team, which, according to reports, was not just handling these drones or logistics, was also using them or handling them during operations, during kinetic operations against India as part of India's Operation Sindoor, when innocent Indians were being killed. And finally, once that information came in public domain, Indians have said, enough is enough.
It wasn't just Pakistan. India thwarted attacks from China-made missiles and Turkish drones. In fact, Turkey played a key role in supporting Pakistan's drone operations. There are inputs to believe that Turkey not only sold armed drones to Pakistan, but that there were also some Turkish operators guiding drone operations that targeted Indian civilians and soldiers.
इतने बड़े पैमाने पर हवाई घुसपैठों का संभावित उद्देश्य वायु रक्षा प्रणालियों का परीक्षण करना और खुफिया जानकारी इकट्ठा करना था। ड्रोन के मलबे की फोरेंसिक जांच की जा रही है। प्रारंभिक रिपोर्ट्स से पता चलता है कि वे तुर्की के असीस गार्ड सोंगर ड्रोन्स हैं।
Sources tell India today that 2 Turkish military operatives were also killed as part of Operation Sindoor. Pakistan has reportedly used Bayraktar TB2 and IHA drones against India. The drones are believed to be used for target designation and potentially kamikaze strikes, especially to threaten forward Indian positions or supply convoys. Turkey's strategic defense ties with Pakistan have grown at an alarming rate in recent years. The Turkish government has not only supplied critical military hardware, but has also conducted training for Pakistan's army. No wonder then that the Turkish president has reiterated his support to Pakistan.
The nefarious terror attack, or with the missile attack against Pakistan, we had a very clear stance. We expressed our support to the Pakistani public, and the tension which reached serious levels, and in order to decrease it, we made efforts.
The aftermath of Operation Sindoor has exposed a complex China-Turkey-Pakistan collaboration in drone and missile attacks. Gaurav Sawant, Bureau Report, India Today.
And let me tell you a little more about the drones, the unmanned aerial vehicles and the unmanned combat aerial vehicles that Turkey has supplied to Pakistan. Let's first talk about the Bayraktar TB2. Now, the Bayraktar TB2 is a medium altitude, long endurance drone. It's long endurance, but it's also slow moving. So in combat, it can easily be targeted. It's a UAV. It can also loiter over the battlefield for quite some time. And this is what it looks like. It can loiter over a battlefield for almost 24 hours, gives real-time intelligence. It can also be used as a laser designator for fighter planes to then target any VA or VP or vital asset or vital point. It can just paint the target to acquire it. for a precision-guided munition. It can, for example, be used to destroy radars or an artillery battery that could be targeting tanks or air defense systems. Of course, Pakistan did not succeed, and that just shows how India's air defense system is much better. The Bayraktar 2 failed. Let me now tell you about the Bayraktar IHA 3. Again, this is a Turkish design loitering drone. It has a tubular body. There you see this. It has a tricycle landing gear. Remember, the debris of this was found. It has about the capability of carrying 35 kgs of high explosives. With the high explosive warhead, it's almost like a loitering munition. It can loiter and then go slam dunk into the target. It's powered by a Chinese DLE-170 engine. It can either take off from a runway. It has a tricycle kind of a format for it to take off, as you can see there, or it can also be launched through a catapult. Then the device that the government was talking about, you heard Colonel Sofia Qureshi talking about the Songar drones. Now, they operate in rather tight spaces. Now, these are the quadcopters, but when you see it, it can either launch an improvised explosive device or even a machine gun in places like alleys or buildings. It can engage snipers. It can lob a grenade. It has a machine gun that can fire very rapidly. It comes equipped with day and night cameras. It has an inbuilt grenade launcher and can fire not one, not two, up to 6 grenades. Now, that is the kind of military hardware that Turkey was selling Pakistan or giving to brother Pakistan during a conflict with India. And yet, lakhs and lakhs of Indian tourists spend their hard-earned money vacationing in Turkey. If even after this they visit Turkey, then perhaps, they shouldn't expect only the armed forces to protect them in a war against this radical Islamist state sponsor of terror called Pakistan, that's backed by countries like Turkey and China.